Alright, so last time we had a very hard victory. By hard, I mean crushing victory with like 15 kills and then 1, 8, something like that. So yeah, we carried, we won the lane, we did everything really well. This game, spoiler alert, is a defeat. And essentially I'm denied farm and the laning phase is not very nice. I'm not allowed to do many things and I even get flamed by my team for it. Especially the moment I build a mana moon. But this game is not over in 20 minutes. And my stats become fairly respectable, almost as respectable as this Darius here who carries the game for his own team. So the laning phase, I'm being really careful. I was trying out something new with Grasp of the Undying, and I probably should have changed off of that because there's no way I can hit him with Grasp of the Undying without getting out-traded and dying. Our bot lane gets an early lead in kills anyway. But the enemy Jinx is going to get quite a bit of CS. She's never going to become truly problematic, but she's going to be, you know, decent. She's going to function. So right now I'm just farming as much as I can with Q. And quite a lot of times Darius will outtrade me. Or, you know, whenever I try to get a cannon minion or something like that, I don't really want to miss those. I've started Mana Crystal and Refillable Potion. I could have probably went straight for Corrupting. This was going to help me get an early tier, and when I die to the very last tick of his bleed here, I do actually quite happy that I got Mana Crystal because now I've managed to get tier quite early. So, unlucky maybe, just a couple mistakes maybe as well. Either way, we're back in lane with a tier, and so long as this tier gets stacked, I'm going to be useful. I've got a mana ratio, and I've got a mana moon late game, which is going to start dealing a lot of damage to their backline. And ideally, Yasuo, Rakan and Severe are able to deal with Darius. Now here, Mordekaiser does a gank, but he's level 3. I should have probably pinged him off. Darius is able to get the hook on me, the Q on me, which gets a big heal. And then I'm not able to really get away from him, so I just try to burst him, but then he gets another heal off. And he's level 6, and yeah. Darius continues to get even bigger. So I just tell Mord to not gank top, not out of spite, but just to tell him to try to snowball Yasuo or Sivir because they are a much better bet at dealing with Yasuo later. So now I think he's in that bush at the front trying to do a cheese because that happens quite a lot. I'll push it forward and try to get some pressure in mid lane because that might be a bit easier than trying to contest CS for Darius. We get Malzahar's flash, so that's something. Send the bear packing. I do ping that Darius is missing, and I don't want to stay in contest because honestly, what will I do? But Yasuo gets Malzahar ulted. He does almost get Malzahar. If he just right-clicked Malzahar there, he would have actually killed him. But that happened. And then these guys come to me. Oh well. Okay, so Rakan flamed me for not helping, and he was like missing pinging me and everything. And then yeah, it's kind of entirely their fault for walking into this really. Yep. Meanwhile, I'm trying to do what I can. My mana's low. You can see I've been trying to wave clear with my ult. Yep, so around this time, Rakan starts flaming while walking back to lane. Severe dies, and Darius is now 4-0. So 2 of those deaths were from me, but pretty much all the other kills he's going to be getting in the next 10 minutes are not from me at all. In fact, I don't die pretty much. I don't die for a very long time now. I've gotten Glacial Shroud, which will help me not die to Darius immediately, or it'll reduce the damage from his bleed and all that. And if he's able to poke me consistently, then Refillable is better, so I can sustain... Sorry, Glacial is better than going straight health, because then I can sustain with Refillable Potion, but if he's just going to all in, then going pure health like Catalyst might be a bit better. Catalyst into Rod of Ages. So yeah, I've got my Glacial, I've got my tier, that's good mana, and then I'm going straight into Rod of Ages now. It's going to be finished quite late. Rest assured it will still get its 10 stacks out by the time this game is over. And I think Rod of Ages is just too good not to have sometimes. It does slow down the game a lot, and I am holding out that this game isn't over in 20 minutes, but because Severe is 5-2, I do think that we have a decent chance of that. Her CS is quite low though. So I'm not convinced that she's particularly good at AD carry, and the fact that how things play out later does also lead me to that. But I don't want to flame her. Nothing wrong with her at all. Yeah, so Darius keeps pushing it in. The lane's really oppressive, and I'd actually rather Mordekaiser didn't gank, because then we'd have a repeat of last time. Mordekaiser's level 7 and Darius is level 9. He does actually come for a gank in a minute, but there will be a very huge level difference. So I'm just trying to stab Darius, get my Grasp of the Undyings off. Since I've got it, I might as well make use of it. Darius uses Flash here, and this is... I'll just let you watch. So we get a lot of damage off. I dodged the Q. His Q is still on cooldown around this time, and it doesn't show very well on the replay, but I can't see him, right? Let me see if I go to like a blue team vision, it changes anything there. So what happens? I was hoping it would be shown, but it isn't really. So yeah, Darius uses his flash, so we think it's a good idea to go in. We catch him, and Darius tries to get the heal. He gets it off Mord, and then at this point, where I think I could have possibly done a bit more damage, I'm not sure. Mordekaiser ults Darius, so I can't do anything, and now they're just locked in a 1v1, and Darius is going to be able to Q him. Big heal, and then ult. And then I try to kill him, but I end up having to flash away. Darius backs off. If he didn't back off, then I could ult to possibly kill him. So yeah, well played by Darius. Mordekaiser's reasoning for doing that was because he was worried that I would get hit by the Q and end up healing him. But yeah, that happened. I was about to roam, but then I had to TP top, that's so my tower just doesn't die, or he doesn't get, you know, the last plating in the last few seconds of the platings being up. Darius is missing, and unfortunately I run out of pings. It blocks my ping, so I'm not able to ping him there, so I have to type it. I do ping him there quite a lot, but clearly I didn't ping enough times because Darius gets a bunch of kills. When I realised that he's still mid, I try to push a bit more, get some damage on this tower. Then Jinx will arrive and they'll push me back. I recall. Just to bait them a little bit while Mordekaiser's coming up, and Yasuo is coming up as well, Rakan as well. There's a lot of poke is done, I'm guessing because Mord was getting the crab. And Jinx ends up in the Shadow Realm. Whilst the rest of us get Thresh. Yasuo is quite mad at me because I took the kill on Thresh, but honestly, me getting my Rod of Ages as soon as possible, to me, is very much worth it. Anyway, Darius comes up, 1v4. So I just go in on the squishy Malzahar. Thanks to Void Stone and having a decent amount of health, I don't die immediately. And I want to go in on him, but he just gets another heal off, so yeah. Had to just run away. Darius is now 11-0, and that's my lane opponent now. So yeah, I'm just trying to get some farm. I even tried to get a Grasp and Dying stack on Volibear. Darius gets yet another triple kill now. He's at 14-0. Undoubtedly, Darius carries the game. I really want to get my items, but we keep getting into little fights here. We are able to outnumber and kill Darius because he gets quite cocky. And since he's gone, I decided to push the lane a bit and get the tower. Try the lane as hard as I can because Darius is the only threat, and it looks like he went to mid lane. And now I've got my Mana Moon. Well, this feels a lot earlier in the game than it felt when I was playing. So I finished my Mana Moon, got my Rod of Ages. So I don't have amazing damage, but I can certainly bring the hurt to Jinx alongside Yasuo. I try to get away. And Darius does a ton of damage even on every auto attack with that high AD and with that Titanic Hydra. Mordekaiser gets the kill on him, but then of course pays for it with his life. Darius gets a quad. So yeah, just trying to finish off my Muramana and be useful in the meantime by just getting damage done. Darius gets really ham there, so we're able to pick him off, and being really careful not to give him the heals, or at least I am anyway. So 3-3-6, my stats aren't looking too good, but now I've got Muramana. I'm pushing the side lane and then recalling that so I can join the team fight just in time. Darius gets a ton of stacks, so I flash ult in onto Jinx and get her with the Q for the execute there, Muramana proccing to kill her. And now I'm looking at the rest of the backline. Darius goes too far and Mordekaiser is able to kill him. And so I'm able to jump onto Malzahar and clean the rest of the fight up, getting a triple kill. I ping Baron and I really want to take it, but the rest of the team disagrees. So I just kind of ward it and push the side lane. We do get a dragon. Unfortunately, Mordekaiser no longer revives dragons. That was a bit too fast for me to talk about. So I teleport in because there's a big fight. I go around the side so I can get onto Jinx. I could have probably went straight onto her, to be honest. Malzahar was in the middle of ulting. And then Malzahar goes too close, so I decided to ult onto him. Darius locks onto me, noticing that I'm actually kind of strong. I realise bot lane tower's still there and end up kind of bamboozling him with the bomb plant there. Knowing that's all I can do, I start to run away just for Volibear to appear. My mistake here is trying to get away from him. I stab him for mana, and then ulting here away was a waste of time. What I should have probably done is just kill him in the first place. Maybe juke around just to set my ult, but I could have just killed him. Anyway, Darius is able to 1v3 here and actually get some results here by killing Mordekaiser. A lot of pings going out as I really hope that we can survive long enough for me to be alive, but Darius tanks a little too much when he tower dives Sivir with no reward. And then we get the kill. Now I'm level 15, desperate for level 16, because that's when my ultimate is on literally a 1 second cooldown. We get a few picks here on the overextended Mals and Thresh, and then I'm able to go over the wall and get Jinx as well, getting the red buff back. I'm now 948, and now that Muramana, like I said, Muramana's finished, so now my potential is much greater. Try to get some golden experience on this wave, whilst we are pinging Baron. With only Volibear and Darius alive, this could potentially be a fight, but I am the actually tankiest person in the team right now, but definitely not the best initiator. Mordekaiser's no initiator either, but I'd only kind of go in once he's already in the fight. Since we can't get Baron, I start pushing the mid lane turret. Malzahar comes in and I don't want to get ulted and killed, so I ult away. And I start getting the bot lane turret and telling my team to go back to the Nexus turrets while I recall. Still level 15 unfortunately, and I'm on my way to get Frozen Heart, so I can just completely face tank Darius and Jinx. Anyway, the enemy in the meantime is able to get Baron, which is a good call. And we just kind of dance around a bit while I try to get blue buff from them, and Jinx is going to try to steal it with a thingy, with a W, but I'm able to snag it just after her W lands. Yeah, I'm just constantly standing by because I know that there will be team fights. I know that Mels will be able to right click someone. I know that Volibear will get a catch. So just hovering around, hoping to get some picks on someone out of position. So we got Malzahar here, and Jinx will be joining them shortly. Just hovering. I think I could possibly oh no, I'm at 4 stacks of ult. Never mind. At this point, I'm getting closer. Mels is quite low. Darius has dived in on our backline, so I jump onto that backline and kill them. Thresh is very low, so I can kill him hopefully with one ult, but Jinx appears. And even at this low health, I know I still have more health than her. So I burst her down, and I hover around in case I can get some extra damage on Darius, just to finish him off, or to help out somehow. But luckily my team's able to deal with him without dying. At this point we want to push mid, which is really hard to do because they have super minions, and I finish Frozen Heart. I then get Negatron Cloak going into Abyssal Mask, which just gives me a little extra magic damage. We find Jinx, I'm guessing AFK. Or typing, not sure. And I kill her in a second. Again, the backline. Malzahar dead in seconds despite his little shield. But Darius is absolutely terrorizing our backline, and I try to just completely DPS the hell out of him. So yeah. And if you're new to this channel and you're wondering why I've got Muramana, it procs twice on W, which is also an AA reset, allowing for free cast. I tell Mordekaiser to go back at here. With Jinx defending, I know that I can kill her. She tries to defend herself with that. I flash, which is probably unneeded, but yeah, we get to kill on her, and then I'm trying to get a tower, but yeah, don't really have the wave clear, and super minions make it really hard. I look around for blue buff, but it's not there, so I just recall. But then I realise I need more gold for Abyssal Mask, so I try to get something here. So what I'm doing is just trying to find the best situations to make a pick, to get a kill, maybe push an objective, and avoid all the little bad situations like that potential 1v3. At level 17 now, Darius is a lot more wary of my power and is trying to zone me from the side. Also, I'm gunning at a chance to attack Jinx and Malzahar. So all around the side, and once again Darius is here, defending the rest of the team. But with Darius on Mordekaiser, I'm able to jump onto Jinx, whose passive goes off and is able to get away. At least for that time being. With one ult and one W, I destroy her health bar, finish off Volibear, and start dealing damage to the rest of the team. But unfortunately, because the rest of the team are dead, I have to get away. He pops heal, that's how he can get to me. That's right, he picks heal. But I have to go back, get some more mana, pick up an elixir just to try get a little more tenacity for this Thresh. Thresh health is extremely low, so I just pick on him as he gets stuck on the minions. And I can't possibly 1v1 Darius, so I'm just trying to stall him whilst waiting for Yasuo to respawn. Quick wave clear with a full mana ult. And then we start beating the crap out of him. He gets tons of healing, and I really should have maybe made space for Morella Nomicon or even Lord Dominic's. But yeah, I didn't. Sivir has it now, but she dies really quickly. So we ping Baron and we're able to get it. I'm able to... Yep, sure, I'm not even going to go back for that one. I kill Jinx once again. And we get Baron, which helps us defend. Unfortunately, it doesn't really help us push, because the enemy just has so many inhibitors on us. 26 kills on Darius, and going from losing lane to a 20 kill Kassadin is pretty damn good. I'm confident that I wouldn't be able to do that, at least not that confidently, with AP Kassadin. So Jinx exposes herself again, so I kill her, I kill Malzahar again. I think this is the final team fight, because at this point, no AD carry. We've got Yasuo, but what can he do? We're not able to deal with Darius. He's just too tanky. I'm not able to go back for mana, so I just kind of yeet in. And that's how the game ends. Now, our team comp isn't the greatest. We've got really bad crowd control, and this means that Sivir, who's a low-range AD carry, is not really able to get away from Darius. So, all things considered, we started massively behind, and we had no crowd control or peel for Sivir. I'd say I did alright. I'd say if one more person on our team went decently positive, then we'd have a very good chance of winning that. The fact that we were able to stretch it out to 40 minutes, I think that's an achievement, and I think I did decent this game. In hindsight, Kassadin wasn't a good pick this game, despite everything I was able to achieve, just because of the team comp, and not being able to do much in the early game, whereas not even being able to like push when he did all that. I think if I lane swapped with Yasuo, assuming Yasuo doesn't like power feed Darius even harder than I did, it might have been better, because then I can roam better, I can, deal with Malzahar a lot better than I can with Darius. Things like that. Assuming Yasuo doesn't die to Darius, if we lane swapped, I think the game would have went a lot better. But regardless, I did as much as I could, and it's weird to upload a loss. Not many people do that, I know. And I rarely do that. I think I've uploaded one loss before, and that's about it. But hope you guys enjoyed. Are there any like major flaws that you saw in my gameplay that you would like to tell me about? Please do. Let me know in the comments. I'm pretty open to that. You can word it however you like as well. If there is any questions about AD Kassadin or AD versus AP Kassadin, because I play both actually, then I'm happy to entertain them in the comments. Might as well say, leave a like if you liked the video, and do ring that notification bell, and subscribe if you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff, more of this kind of off-meta. I'm trying to make this channel almost entirely about the off-meta, but if you want to see you know, my Nasus or my any other kind of, I guess, meta champions. I do quite enjoy Yorick, and I do play the new Aatrox, even though it, you know, melts my heart to know that the Aatrox I love and played so much is gone. But if you want to see games of those, I'm quite happy to play them and upload them. Hope you guys enjoyed this one anyway, even though it is a loss, and I'll see you next time.